always the intellectuals who create philosophies around masters, who create religions, were against devotion. Because in devotion, you cannot do any business. With intellect, you can do a lot of business. Vested interests can be allowed. You can have vested interests and exploit others in the path of intellect. You can convince anybody to do what you want in the name of spiritual practice. With intellect, it is easy to exploit people. We always think emotional or people who are devoted can be exploited. No, it is not. Only people who are intellectual, logical can be exploited easily. In devotion, no business is possible. You are devoted and you experience, that's all, over. The business transaction is not possible at all in devotion. Only in intellectual line, only if you are an intellectual, you can be given some theory, some ideology, made to live, made to follow that person. That is why devotion doesn't have any scriptures. Devotion doesn't have any sutras. Devotion doesn't have any book, how to be a devotee. No. But strange, maybe modern day philosophers would have written it, I don't know. But at least no ancient master has written how to be a devotee. Narada has written a great book on Bhakti Sutras and the aphorisms of devotion. In that also he says very clearly, he is only explaining the quality expressed by a devotee. The experience itself can never be described. The devotion itself can never be induced. It's like you can create a space where simply devotion happens, but no logical way is available to create devotion. It's like if somebody asks, why do you like somebody? Why do you feel connected? Why do you love? You have no reason. You have no reason for love. If you have reason, it is not love, it is a bargain. Business.